Alright, let's end this shit.
I forgot to lower the volume.
Yeah, mine's high too. We recorded. We're recording a Titan battle,
Yeah.
and that you guys are probably already familiar with the energy we have on those.
But now it's time to finish off this era. This has been like a fourth of a year.
It has. We're going to be doing the last area, or the last big soul we need, and then we'll be going to the last part of the game, which is pretty tiny. But yeah, we're going to the new Londo ruins.
Ooh. Again?
There.
Wait, I thought we've already been there.
That's Anor Londo. This is New Londo.
Okay.
So this was a big city constructed to be closer to the humans.
Gotcha.
And the Abyss started spreading here. And to stop the spread of the Abyss, the Abyss even started corrupting the kings of this area who own a bequeath, or who own a fragment of a Lord's soul. So they're pretty powerful. And to stop this, to stop the spread of the Abyss, they flooded it.
Oh.
But because of the flood and the Abyss, there are ghosts everywhere. So now we gotta unflood this area while managing ghosts, and we can get to the Abyss and fight those guys, the Four Kings. That's also why we had to go get that ring from the Big Wolf.
Why doesn't the Abyss just swallow the water?
Okay, so the thing with ghosts is you can't actually hurt them unless you activate the Transient Curse, which is a limited item.
Huh.
Yeah. I think there's a vendor you can buy them from, but you have to get decently far in. They're so annoying. I hate this area. It's not fun.
And it's the end of the game.
I don't think I'd call it the worst area because it can be fun to explore and there is a lot to it.
Oh, shit.
Yep, the audio's fucked.
Oh, I didn't even notice that until you just said it. I was talking about the ghosts coming out of the ground.
Oh. It's okay, they're one shot right now.
Ow.
Now, if you're lucky, it's pretty rare, but they can drop a dagger that will let you attack them without curses, because it's cursed itself. But even fully upgraded, it still takes like 3 hits to kill each ghost, so it sucks.
Die!
So you're better off just managing the transient curses.
I'm surprised you lived that.
I ain't playing. It's Daryl.
No. God damn it, Daryl.
I told him his name was Daryl, and he accepts it. So. Sorry, brother, you're forever Daryl now.
There's a fucking wall.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that they're annoying about. They can move on a vertical plane, making it so you can't hit them, and they can go through walls. Isn't that great?
Man, this game sucks.
Yes, it does. Worst game ever.
And this is the end of the game. This kind of ends the game on a sour note, I guess.
No, the final area will be better.
Okay.
Yeah, scream, bitch.
How do you kill a ghost?
You curse yourself.
No, but they're already dead.
Yeah, that's why you use a curse.
But does that mean they're ascended dead? Super dead too?
I don't know. I like to think it's just a slightly different state from being hollow. You know? Oh well. Yeah, that is a grab attack. They will pull you back and do heavy damage. That's not too bad.
Get away from me.
So From Software, speaking of them, they just released Armored Core 6. I have that. Came out a week ago. I haven't played it yet. I should play it. Probably play it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's one that I am interested in playing.
I'll let you know how it is.
Stop hitting the wall.
I won't say anything about it, of course, in videos for spoilers. But hey, maybe I'll record it. Probably not. But I do have it. I'm excited. Been doing well.
All right. Well, you keep talking for a second. I'll be right back.
So as we can see, this is a flooded city. Who knew? I gotta keep something up to his back. Fuck. Look at that city. I don't know. And there's a ladder. There's a lot of rust in this place and moss, probably from the water.
I come back to here, and there's a ladder.
Yeah, I had nothing to say.
No
There's
shit
a bit of
commentary.
Yeah. I'm not. That's why I don't do old school LPs.
Also, I want to apologize, not to you, but to the audience. This is like the second part in a row where I've just like left for a second. It's because this game, I don't really care.
I didn't either. That's why I just ran off the edge. I hope you never tire of hearing that teleport sound effect.
I never will, and you better use it for every game in the future.
Oh, good God. Dude, my cousin heard it, and he recognized it, and it's like, bruh, I'm so proud of you.
Oh my God, that's the instant transmission noise. It's also the noise they use when somebody goes fast.
He didn't know it was instant transmission, but he knew it was from Dragon Ball, and I'm like, alright, good enough.
I mean, that's fair,
Holy
because...
fucking shit, run! Oh God, good thing they're slow. Actually, that's the thing with ghosts, is because they can go through walls, their tracking is much higher, so you can think you lost them, and you'll just be standing there, and it just comes through the wall and starts attacking you. It's really annoying.
They're all still chasing you.
Probably. So you gotta always be moving here. And just kind of... At least if you're not killing them. If you're killing them, you're a lot safer, but that's just annoying, and they suck to fight.
Just go fast.
And that curse is limited, so once it runs out, then you can't hurt them. Because fuck. That's why I'm not attacking them, because... What do you know? I'm out of curses.
They can smell your lack of curse. They're coming.
It feels like they can, honestly.
He's coming. Oh my God. Oh
Yep.
my God.
Yep. Oh, never mind. I did have a curse. Okay.
Ow, ow.
Never mind. I lied to everybody. I'm sorry.
Use a sweeping attack.
Well, you see, that usually causes you to move more with this specific weapon. And I don't want to die. Yeah, that's what happens when they grab you. In case you were curious.
Why do dead people have bones?
Don't worry about it. Dude, you ever seen X-rays of Marge Simpson? Her hair has bones.
Yeah. She's not
Thanks, Treehouse of
human.
Horror, for confirming that for us.
She's some kind of creature.
Probably.
Oh,
I mean, they all are. They're yellow.
that's racist.
I think like full on yellow. It's a ladder.
Yeah. You know, I was hoping that because this part was shorter, it'd be more exciting. But
Yeah, there's not much going on here.
Stab this guy.
So if you talk to this guy before you talk to Frampt, and you do stuff for him, you can meet you can meet Darkstalker Koth, which is just Frampt, but instead he wants you to end the Age of Light and begin the Age of Dark. There's that dagger I was talking about, by the way.
Nice.
Ghost Blade. And that's how you get the Age of Dark ending and put out the fire. But that's really annoying to do, because that means you have to go through here first before you place the Lord Vessel, and that's annoying. Because before you can even get to it, fuck.
Sonic
You also have to do all the
Heroes.
stuff with Sif. And if you're doing the stuff with Sif with the DLC, oh, that's going to be even harder. Alright, let's lower the stupid water.
Of course, there's this convenient lever here that does that for us.
It was locked. To be fair. And, yeah. Don't worry about
Well,
it.
if we could do that, couldn't anyone else have done that? Why does
They
that
didn't
have to
have
be
the key.
us?
They didn't have the key.
Well, they could have got the key.
Well, you had to talk to the sealer, and he didn't want to. But he knows you're here to stop the abyss, so he's gonna let you, you know?
Man, that dagger is... That's a freaking machete, not a dagger.
That's a tiny-ass machete. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's a big-ass dagger.
It's a dagger, not a knife.
Daggers
So
are
it's a
not...
dagger size.
Daggers are not big.
I mean, technically, it's just called a ghost blade, so, like...
Oh, well, you were calling it a dagger. The image in the bottom left makes it look
So
like a
looks
butter
like a-
knife. What?
Ah, fuck.
What are you doing?
Trying out the attacks. Whee!
You should have instant transmission to the bottom. Come on. We've established you have this ability.
This part is short. This part is short. We gotta do something.
We've established that you have that ability. So,
Oh, yeah. In case you were wondering, yeah, they just flooded the city on everybody.
gotcha.
These
Yeah.
are Dark Wraiths. These are Knights of the Abyss, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. Probably one of the hardest normal enemies to fight, because they have a advanced moveset and have high amounts of damage. And at least in Dark Souls 3, their sword has a surprisingly high range,
Oh, shit.
making it pretty useful for PvP if you just want to shit on people, though it doesn't have the highest damage in Dark Souls 3.
Get up this ladder. Okay, I guess you
Actually, you do just fine. The problem's getting down.
did. Just...
You don't have to go outside to this area. It's optional. But you probably want this ring. This is... If you want to speed run the game or do excessive amounts of damage, this is one of the best items in the game. Basically, when your HP is low, you get a boost in damage. What it doesn't tell you is that boost in damage is 200% damage increase.
Mm.
So when you combine that with an enhancement on your weapon, plus the pyromancy power within, and that is how you start one-shotting bosses.
Huh.
Alright, not
Ow.
getting enough of this.
Ow. Ow.
They would not leave.
It's only 1,400 souls. It's fine.
Actually, in hindsight, I probably could have just jumped off the ladder and attacked.
That's what I said when you were climbing up it.
But that's okay.
Jump stab
It
the
doesn't matter.
fuckers.
To the end of the game.
Yay.
No, to the abyss. Never mind.
Well, where's the end of the game?
After the abyss. You can't do this area first, so this may not be your last area. The beauty of the second half of Dark Souls, but again, the second half of Dark Souls kind of falls apart. A lot of the fun design and fun levels aren't as strong.
They forgot how to design.
Anyways, time to tank everything.
You don't run that much slower with this on.
It doesn't affect your running speed too much. The main thing is just rolling. You don't have a roll.
Gotcha. Why are these elevators never where we want them to be?
Well, because you had to activate it to send it back up.
Yeah, but you had to come up from this thing.
No, died. And then respawned over there.
Yeah. I
There's no
guess.
bonfires down in this entire location, I should add.
That sucks. Wow, that's some
Yeah.
cool armor. Okay, there we go. Ah. It'd be funny if your gravity was like 4 times as much with this armor on. and you just freaking plummeted.
That would be funny. Maybe a better team would have done it.
Yeah, maybe if this were a good game.
Anyways, look at the water. It's so much lower. Isn't that neat?
Yeah, now jump.
Same effect here, buddy. No time for death now.
Okay, you better not die. You better not die for the rest of this area then. What? I thought you just walked straight into the water.
I was waiting for it. Alright, there is a lot to explore down here, but fuck it, just beeline towards the end. There's no bonfires, there are dark rites everywhere, it is annoying, there's that fucking thing, just get out of here.
The like.
There you go, just run to that.
Oh, thank God the smoke
Life is so
wall
much happier.
stops damage.
Okay, so, this stair goes down, this set of stairs goes down for a bit, and then you'll have a drop. If you go down that drop, you'll head to the abyss. If you don't have that ring, you'll just land there and die.
Nice.
If you have the ring, though, you can land there and do the boss fight. So that's where the ring comes in. And this is one of the cooler entrances into a boss, I think. It's neat.
Why don't you have a parachute?
You don't need a parachute. Time and space work fucky wucky with the abyss. Because you've already seen time travel, and as you're going to be seeing soon, space is weird too. So, yeah, just gotta make it down there. Oh God!
You look like is Daryl still playing?
Yeah.
It looks like he's about to slip off the edge every 2 seconds.
That's okay. You can fall off. You can fall off here and be just fine, as long as you reach the bottom.
Well, my shins didn't break this time.
So as you can see, space here is pretty weird. And literally just space.
Oh. We've gone interstellar.
Yeah, even... He has long-ass legs. So anyways, there's this boss is called the Four Kings, but there's only one. And you might be wondering why.
Does he have 4 phases?
No, there's actually an infinite number of them.
Oh.
They are on a timer and just keep spawning. But you have to do enough damage to the equivalent of killing 4 of them to get through the entire health bar.
Ah.
So your strategy for this fight is you want to kill them fast before the next one spawns, so you don't have multiple.
Dang, that one
They can
just
overwhelm
spawned.
you. I think there can be up to like 4 on screen, and they can fuck you up.
Do they immediately spawn when you kill one, or was that just coincidental timing?
I think they do. I don't know.
I don't want to be hugged. That doesn't do that much.
Yeah, no, it's not too bad. He has one of the hardest attacks to dodge, though, surprisingly. So you do want a shield for this fight, usually. But the shield, because you're not two-handing your weapon, can lower your damage, so Daryl got rid of the shield. Because this damage is kind of pathetic.
Gotcha. I only just realized his legs stretch down into the void.
Yeah.
That's kind of trippy.
Yeah. I like the design of this boss. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, he looks dope.
Yeah, this is what the kings of humanity after they were corrupted by the Abyss. This is a lot different from the Abyss that Manus was in. But I think that was much closer to the surface, so why it wasn't a black void like this. Or perhaps, with more time, it became like this. Perhaps after he died. I don't know.
Ow.
There's a lot to think about, but it's not really explored, and if it is, it's in item descriptions that I didn't read. And don't have time to watch a VOD video for.
Dude, that thing tracks you hard.
It does. I can't tell if it does or if space just looks weird here, because you can't tell if you're moving or not unless they happen to be getting bigger. And sometimes I swear they're not getting bigger, and then they just instantly pop up and you're in front of them.
Huh.
This is such a weird arena.
Don't die.
But again, I do like it because it's pretty unique. Like, I don't know of another video game with an arena like this, but yeah, there's a second one. So that's what you want to avoid. If you don't want multiple, they will destroy you fast. But again, if you do the equivalent of 4 health bars, you will defeat them.
Nice.
These are one of the few bosses with a ending death cutscene. But then you get the Bequeath Lord Soul Shard. Part of Gwyn's Lord Soul given to them. So that's where they get their power. And somehow there's a bonfire down here. Alright, and that's the last level up point we'll ever get. Isn't that neat?
Yay.
Take your screenshots, boys. There's the final build.
So, that everyone now this is an official speed run. Do the Crazy Jelly commentaries run.
Yes, replicate everything done by Daryl, including the jump cuts.
And the copious deaths.
Yep. This is like the Ash run of Pokemon Red.
Dark Souls Nuzlocke. What does that even mean?
Alright, enjoy this music. This will be the last time you hear it.
You know what would be cool for a game like this? So you know how, like, you can go back and play through the game again as, like, a new character that you made or whatever? At least in, yeah. What if they have, like, a new game plus sort of thing, but instead of you keeping all your gear, your player from your previous playthrough is now an NPC in the world, and they're like a boss fight.
That's kind of what the Soul of Cinder is in Dark Souls 3. As he's kind of like an amalgamation of every past Lord of Cinder.
Huh. It's not exactly the same.
When he starts out, he even has the exact same moveset as the final boss of this game, but then gains more and more player style abilities as it goes on.
That's cool.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Fuck up! I got everything, you dick.
Kill him.
No, we need him. But yeah, on Koth, you saw where we were in the Abyss. If you beat the 4 kings, he will appear there.
Okay.
But I've never actually done it before. So maybe I'm talking out of my ass. Somebody correct me in the comments and say it in the meanest way you can think of.
Please.
I can take it.
You don't have to swallow me. See, he swallows you, and then his other end is just an identical clone of his upper end. So
dude, I could believe that. I could believe that. Look at those fucking eyes. Oh my gosh.
That's just my headcanon for this.
Alright. Offer souls to the Lord Vessel.
Low poly hand.
Don't insult this game, bitch.
I mean, like I said, it looks good, but it does kind of look like a prettied up PS2 game.
I wouldn't call... Well... I did play Eco recently.
Yeah, that game looks pretty good.
Maybe.
It looks very janky with some of the animations.
Yeah, but most of it holds up pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's go look at the final area of the game.
Ooh. This is cool.
This is where Gwyn's been holding up. This is the end of it all. That's just the spirit.
I
It's
thought
not
it
even a
was
player. That's just like a spirit of his thing. Welcome to the Kiln of the First Flame.
this area
It's
is
nothing
cool.
but ash.
This
Yeah.
area reminds me of like the ending to Journey. I know you haven't played that, but
I should. I'm sure I'd love it.
yeah. It's,
Oh yeah, this is probably one of my favorite final areas in a video game. I love the design. But
Yeah.
there's nothing but Silver Knights here. The
Easy.
last of Gwyn's army here to protect him. Burned out, hollow husk that were once powerful,
He's still
but
alive.
now they're just mindless hollows. Oh god, where am I? Okay.
They're still
Leave the
mindless,
ring.
but they know how to fight still.
Trying to find a good armor set. Gotta end the game with it, you know?
Put on the dress. Or be naked.
Plenty of people have done that already.
Yeah, yeah. I think for future Souls games, you should pick like a... You should do like a more of a fashion Souls thing, but like stick with a certain style for the whole game.
Dude, in Dark Souls 3, you can just become the Pope. Like, or not a Pope, but like a full Archbishop
Yeah.
for an outfit. And it's spectacular and flowing and everything, and it's great.
I think when I get to Elden Ring, I'm just gonna be Jesus.
Soak in the atmosphere.
This
It's
area
pretty.
does look awesome.
There's not much to it. It's pretty empty, but that's why I like it. You're just working your way to that arena, the Coliseum.
Dude, speaking of empty, have you seen anything about that Starfield game?
No, I've been just trying to wait and see how it does because I want to trust Bethesda, but
Like I
from
love
what I've seen of the
space.
early release stuff.
Yeah, I love space and I love the idea behind Starfield and everything. But I've seen a lot of clips of like you can't even like walk around a planet like how you'd think you'd be able to because it's a freaking planet exploration game.
Is it segmented?
No. It like you just walk for not 5 minutes. It's like you walk for a really long time, but then you just reach an invisible wall.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yep, it's not. You're probably not even on a real planet.
Every planet is one environment.
Yep.
Ugh. On a positive note, the sound design in this area goes hard with the wind and the ash.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
I love the way ash sounds.
Well, you step on it. But like, it's one of the few areas with some full ambient noise, and it does it well. You know,
Yeah.
it makes a great build up.
Ow! You just got bitch slammed.
Anyways, we're almost to the boss. We gotta get ready for Plim Plim Plum.
That is an amazing name.
That's not the boss name.
Aww.
Just keep when I enter the fog wall, keep Plim Plim Plum in mind, and
Plim,
you'll
Plim,
probably
Plum.
notice it immediately.
That is if I don't just immediately forget it. Are we already here?
Yeah, the door's right down
Okay.
there.
Oh god, we had to get one more asshole
Ass
stab.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, that was a good swing.
Oh. I thought that was a helmet that you just got. I was like, why did he drop that?
No, it's just some upgrade
Yeah.
materials. This is a nice place to farm, but it is the end of the game, so it's really only useful if you're going into New Game Plus.
Here we go.
Anyways, I don't know if you heard it on the piano there, but that's Plim Plim Plum.
Oh.
Anyways, this is probably one of my favorite final bosses in all of gaming.
You're just letting him kill you? Oh, never mind.
No. Gwyn can be parried.
Gotcha.
So, Gwyn, you actually do have to be careful on. He is a really aggressive boss, but he can be parried. Be careful with healing. He is programmed to attack you as soon as you heal. And he has a pretty big range. I love the track for this. Very, very fitting. Because he's, again, like everything else, just a hollowed husk of what he once was.
Mm-hmm.
So, compared to some of the more epic moments of the game, I absolutely love this as an ending. Gives me chills to this day, every time I get to it.
This guy's a bitch. There's no more
Yep.
dick to stab, man. It's all gone. Ah! 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 Oh, you blocked the last one. Oh, you're not gonna heal?
If you heal, he attacks like immediately.
Yeah, but you'll be able to...
Oh god, it broke.
No!
It didn't work! Oh my gosh!
So much confidence.
Yep. Good job, Daryl.
Oh,
Plim plim plum.
I've heard this song before.
I'm not surprised. It's a good song.
It's probably in a lot of the gaming video essays I watch.
It's good dramatic music.
Yeah,
You cannot backstab him, I should say.
gotcha. Well, he tried. Ah.
That grab will really fuck you up, so avoid that. Ow.
Seems like anything he does will fuck you up.
Yeah, like I said, he's a really aggressive boss. That's why parrying is probably the best thing to do against him. Because it's relatively easy to do. If you can do it on the Silver Knights, you can do it on him.
You only gotta do it like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah. So,
At least with the weapon.
I mean, I haven't parried him to death. I usually just fight in the normal way. But my brother can do it, so he was going to do it. I like doing this fight normally.
Oh, damn.
Fits better.
That last one did more damage, it looked like.
Soul of Quinn, Lord of Cinder. With this, we can now kindle the flame.
What if you just eat it?
Well, to do that, you have to... Well, you don't use the soul, you just kindle the flame. I phrased that wrong. My bad. Because you get to keep the soul and you can get his weapon.
So dramatic.
It's the end of the game. Gotta make it dramatic.
Well, of course.
Be wary of resignation.
No, I wanted to set it on fire, not me. Ah.
This is what it means to be a Lord of Cinder. You must burn.
That's okay, I'm immortal.
And with this, you have started a new age of fire. People can die again. Things won't be as bad for a while. But ultimately, the flames will die again.
Angel Island Act 2 starts playing.
Don't ruin this song. I love the credits music too. It also gives me chills. It is a gorgeous piece. So that was Dark Souls Remastered.
Not much of a remaster.
No, it was not. Outside of some of the magic effects, it is basically the exact same game as the one that released on PS3 all those years ago. Over a decade now at this point.
Want me to lend you my PS5 so you can do Demon Souls, the remake?
I have the PS3 version.
Yeah, but the pretty remake.
It just means I can play both.
Well, if you're gonna do the one for the channel, then you don't need my PS5.
Well, I'll need it when I record it again.
And like, by then you'll probably have like the PlayStation 6.
Maybe it'll actually be on PC. Definitely not, but one can hope.
Or you'll get the PS5 when the PS6 comes out.
Yeah. Anyways, this is a sad track. Any thoughts on the end of Dark Souls? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I kind of was pooping on this game a lot this playthrough, but I just honestly did that because it was funny. But I do have an interest in it. I don't really know if if the interest is strong enough for me to want to play this, because it seems very archaic, especially when there's other Dark Souls games and like stuff like Sekiro and like Elden Ring and whatever.
See, even with all of that though, and even the sequels to Dark Souls, none of the other From Software games hit quite like this game. You know, It's like it feels like everything else outside of this and the original Demon Souls got some kind of sequel or another look at it, like, or were just more recent, you know. But even Demon Souls got a full remake that was just gorgeous, but like, nothing else has this feel. With an interconnected world, because even Demon Souls is level based.
Gotcha.
So it still feels different. World, atmosphere, characters, bosses, music. A lot of things just don't hit as well as this does. So I wouldn't say 2 or 3 are bad. 3 is still my personal favorite, and the one I will go to the most. But it is a little sad that nothing hit quite like this.
Yeah, I can feel that. There's a lot of game franchises that are like that for me. Since, you know, we started this playthrough at the same time as Half-Life 1. Like, I love Half-Life 2, but, like, they did change a lot between that game and Half-Life 1. They don't quite feel the same as one another.
Yeah, I was surprised on how different Half-Life 1 looked from 2, just because it's been so long since I played it, and just even enemy variety and gameplay is very different.
Yeah. Like, Half-Life 1 is, like, it's still a linear experience. Like, you're going from point A to point B the entire game. But Half-Life 1 has a lot more, like, hidden goodies around. There are, like, moments where, like, you can get a shortcut back to a previous area, or, you know, stuff like that. There's also the fact that, like, the story is kind of, like, it's important, but, like, it's not so important that, like, you can't just kill all the NPCs, because if you really want to, you can do that in Half-Life 1. It's like,
right.
It's like they're both great games, but they're good in different ways, and I kind of want to see more of what the original did. So that's kind of
a lot of similar things can be said with Dark Souls. Like, for one thing, world structure. This game, for most of it, you don't have to go through any loading screens, like direct loading screens, elevators notwithstanding. There are multiple shortcuts. It's very interconnected. Dark Souls 2 and 3, though, no, there's a lot more areas you have to directly teleport to first. Like, fast travel is way more encouraged, it's way more loading screens. But I don't even fault those games because they have different feels. Dark Souls 2 in particular has you traveling across multiple nations. And then, 2 is a weird sequel. It has a very different feel. It's way more epic in its nature, but still dark and depressing.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm glad Elden Ring came out, so we could get that full epic game without having to worry about some of the more depressing things of Dark Souls world. And then 3 definitely feels a lot closer to this one, but the structure just isn't there.
Yeah.
So it still doesn't have the full original feel, and with the new graphics and such, it looks a lot different from how Dark Souls started.
Yeah. But
Dark Souls 3, because it's effectively the ending of the Dark Souls series, has its own melancholic feel to it, and I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's just, they're not this game.
How do you feel about game franchises that are just like, after a certain point, they're like, yeah, we're done. We don't need any more in this specific series anymore? Because I like that kind of stuff.
It's sad because it always happens to the games where I'm like, but I want more. But then there are other franchises that are still putting out games to this day, and I'm like, good God, stop.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
There are some franchises.
I think it just depends on how it's handled.
Yeah, there are some franchises out there that I'm like, man, this would have been like the perfect trilogy if they just stopped after this point. Because, like, after 3 games, it's like, even the 3rd game, but, like, especially after the 3rd game, it's really hard to know what to do next, you know. And that just, they always, it seems like developers always try to, like, grasp at something random and hope it sticks if they go to a 4th game. But I don't know.
I think it's a lot easier for games that grew up through multiple console generations, so like Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy or even Armored Core. with changing consoles, they had lots of ways to innovate on gameplay.
Yeah.
Since they couldn't get the original, vision of what's in your mind's eye back then.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, From Software, they have Armored Core 6, and there's plenty of spin-offs and stuff, too, with that series. So that's been going on for a while, too, and they haven't ended that. Of course, that one's a little more special, because I don't think it has an ongoing story, but still.
Yeah.
And then, you can say that that Elden Ring and Bloodborne and Sekiro serve as sequels to Dark Souls, but that's more in some of the base fundamentals and setup and gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't feel like part of this series. Not in the way 2 and 3 do. Well, 3 in particular. 2 is, again, weird.
Yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
I don't know. You got anything else to say? Any more thoughts? Because this will be the end of Dark Souls.
Yeah, I mean, all I have really left to say is that was a long ride. I enjoyed it, even though it didn't seem like I did. I did enjoy it. This is, it's like, it is, after these long playthroughs, it is kind of like very slightly emotional. Because it feels like this is like a big project that we've been working on for a while, and we're finally done with it, so.
Yeah, I very much felt this way after we finished Half-Life. I was like, wow, I can't believe it's already over.
Yeah.
You know?
And that was only 7 parts. This is twice as long.
Yeah, at 14 parts, this is our longest playthrough to date. I don't know when something will be longer. At least as far as when I'm recording now, Final Fantasy 13 will easily be longer. I don't know when we're gonna do that though.
Yeah,
because that's a long ass fucking game.
And if you're here for our Dark Souls content, it probably won't be a while till we get to Dark Souls 2, so.
Yeah. I'm probably going to start recording Dark Souls 2 real soon. But probably have it fully recorded and edited well before we actually get to it this time.
Yeah.
Got plenty of more other things we want to do for the channel.
Mm-hmm.
But I am very much excited to get to more From Software content. I love these games.
Yeah.
If I can ever play Bloodborne, I'd love to do that. If I could beat Sekiro, I would love to do that. But yeah.
Yeah.
And Elden Ring as well, I never beat. Wow. I'd love to get them all.
Well, just look forward to the future, guys. If you watched all these parts, there might be one of you or two. We love you. We appreciate you. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.